Good morning, y'all. As I always say, I like to shoot from the gut. Anytime something is just like I can't shake it and I gotta talk about it or bring some light or shed some light to it, I have to come and share it with y'all. So hear me and hear me good when I say this. Whether it's a friend or a loved one or somebody you're in a relationship, the first time that they do something that does not align with who you are, or you feel that it has insulted you, or it has made you feel some type of way other than feeling love, leave. Leave, or have a conversation with them directly in that moment about how they made you feel. Call them on it. Now, there are a couple of videos and things that I watch from time to time, and it just baffles me. TikTok crimes, and then crimes of passion. There are a few other ones that I watch. And the underlying thing that I watch and I see in those videos when I hear about all these women or men that have been killed in domestic violence crimes. Why did you stay? That's the first thing. And the reason that I can speak to it is because I was in an emotionally abusive relationship. I was scared to leave because, I didn't want to be alone, or, it's just that huge fear. Oh, I'm too old or whatever, and you stay and you stay and you stay and you stay. And it's like you make excuses for the person mistreating you. That's a trauma response. When you don't feel that you're worthy, or you don't think you can do better, or you might lack something or be without something without this person. Mind you, 9 times out of 10, the person that's doing the abusing, they know what they're doing. That's why I say leave or check that behavior in the spot. Abusers have a history of being in control. In most cases, finding victims. And in most cases, the victims have a lot of trauma and different things that they have not worked out. I always say, you date from your trauma level. So say, for instance, you've not dealt with your trauma. You are meeting people and bringing people into your life that are feeding into that trauma that you have not resolved. Once you resolve that trauma within yourself, then you actually level up. There's boundaries that you begin to set. You don't allow people to mistreat you. The first time that they do some crap that's out of line, you check it on the spot. And what I hear in this, like I said, TikTok crimes and crimes of passion, you look at the videos, there was a trans young woman who was recently killed by her boyfriend. And she was in the video talking about the abuse. Oh, I was in the bathroom and he came and knocked on the door, and because of the way our hotel was set up, he just walked in the bathroom. Boom, boom, boom. We were just boom, 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 just going at it and laughing about it. And I'm sitting here like, I don't understand it's almost like she's enticed by having a dude that's putting her hands on her. And I'm like, baby, that's not normal. If somebody's got to put their hands on you for some reason or another, that is not normal. Another thing, a lot of times people think, oh, he ain't putting his hands on me, so I'm good. It's all right. If he is emotionally abusive, emotionally unavailable, you hanging on him, you got to tell him when you want to go on a date, you got to do all this type of stuff, That's emotionally abusive, baby. It's emotional abuse. And until you go and get your healing, you're going to continue accepting scraps. There's a friend of mine, and I won't say her name, and I have conversations with her all the time about the way that she allows herself to be insulted by men. And it baffles me that how she justifies and looks past what she accepts. So as I said before, I'm not going to say her name, but she has this guy that before they go on a date, he makes her send him what she's going to wear on the date. And I told my friend, I said, friend, that's insulting. That's very insulting. No man, if a man is going to be dating you, he should accept you as you are. But I told her, because you've not dealt with your traumas, you are going to justify it and think, oh, well, yeah, you know, sometimes I do be dressing like so-and-so, so he trying to help me step my game up. And it makes me nauseous on my stomach because I know my friend is an amazing woman. She get on my nerves, which friends do, but she doesn't see how amazing she is. So as long as you don't see how amazing you are, people can step in and take advantage of you all day. Folks be outside looking for fools, and I'm telling you, and until you realize how amazing you are and what you need to do to get your healing so that you can start dating up, or some damn times just be alone and heal. You don't need to be under nobody. You don't need to be with somebody every time somebody take you out to eat for dinner. Go and work. You are a mess. Go and work on your stuff. It makes me sick. And the reason I can say this, because I've been divorced for 5 years now. I'm going on 5 years. Thank you, Lord Jesus, because it allowed me to get myself back. The person I was in my marriage was not the person that I wanted to be. I didn't know that. I can't even blame him for it, you know, because I didn't know what the hell I was or who I was. But I'm thankful to all of that happening so that now I know who I am and who I want to be and what shit I am not going to tolerate. Not going to tolerate. I think it's very commendable for people to be brave enough to be in relationships like that. It was very hard for me, you know, not giving up on my marriage or staying, you know, but you don't get no badge for staying in a marriage or staying in a relationship that is emotionally abusive, that's physically abusive. Those are both in my book, both of those things carry the same type of weight. He may not be hitting you or she may not be hitting you, but they might as well be hitting you because that's that trauma. And over the years, you can't just shake that off. Once you get out of the relationship, there's PTSD that you deal with, just like a soldier in the army. You got to relearn. You got to get your mind out of, you know, feeling like, oh, okay, well, you know, nobody else is gonna want me. Nobody else is gonna want me because, you know, that's all trauma response. I was just looking at a video just now. I love documentaries, by the way. So I was just looking at a documentary about these 3 black women who were killed in domestic violence situations. And one of the women that was speaking, you know, in the documentary, she said one question that would annoy her every time and would also make her feel embarrassed was, why did you stay? Why did you stay? Why did you stay? And everybody's reason is different. Like I told you, I was in a marriage. I was scared. You know, we had been married going on, 7 years. You know, so financially, everything is one. You know, and you're used to sleeping in the same bed with the person. You're scared to break those norms. But I'm thankful that God allowed that to break up, because I still would not have found the guy that I am today. Like, you know, I've always loved myself, but this guy that's sitting before you right now, I'm so in love with this handsome young black man. I tell you, and it took me some time to get to this point. Now, I'm not going to say I'm perfect, but it breaks my heart when I see people in situations and they justify why they're there. I think it's, and I'm not passing judgment, because I'm probably going to be talking to somebody, or I am talking to somebody that's dealing with it right now, and in their spirit is heavy. And when I tell you, over time, you're not going to recognize yourself. It's going to weigh on you. And life is not for suffering. Life is for living, whatever that means to you. But if you are in a relationship just to be with somebody and they're mistreating you and you justifying it, or what, they're not emotionally available, that's the kicker for me. Because I've been in situations and I've seen marriages where the husband do whatever the hell he want to do. Whatever the hell he want to do. And the wife just justifies everything. It drives me crazy. I'm like, fool. Hey, fool. But I can't make you leave. I can't make you. All I can do is impart knowledge. That's all I can really do. I can't make you leave. I can't make you want a better life. I can't make you get past your fears. I can't do that. All I can do is just say and hope that somebody grasp what I'm trying to say. But I know I'm jumping around, but this is a rant that was just on my gut, and I was like, I got to get this out. So I'm looking at the movie, the documentary, and the lady is just telling, you know, like, oh, well, you know, this is why I stayed. That's why I stayed. And then what I realized too, like I said before, the victim justifies why they stay. So one of the girls had been beat up. You know, she had all these marks on her body, and she's telling her family, oh, I fell, I ran into a cabinet, all this type of stuff. And then I'm like, those are early signs. Who is going to care enough to be able to say, well, let me look into that. Let me sit and talk with her. Because sometimes people be so scared and fearful of their abuser. You know, they're not thinking of a way out. They're thinking of survival day by day. Now, the young trans woman that I mentioned, I think she had ended up doing something and going out with a friend of hers, and her dude flipped, mad as hell. So she's standing at the door, and she's like, babe, can I come in? Are we good? Are you still mad? Are you mad at me? Are we good? So she goes in the house, you know, but she's all the while on live saying, oh, you know, he gonna beat my ass. Oh, he gonna beat my ass. I might as well just go on in and take my ass whooping. And I'm sitting here like, are you kidding me? You don't have to take no ass whooping for nothing. But this is the mentality. Brilliant woman, you know, entrepreneur doing her thing. And this dude all the while is I think the dude was jealous of her. I think he was jealous of her. He underlining could not stand her. The way that you beating and fighting on this girl, and then you turn around and look, that's not normal. Oh, he gonna whoop my ass? But she goes in and sits by him, and then she kisses him, and he's sitting there acting like he mad. Like, nigga, what are you mad for? What are you mad for? But it's something internally in himself that made him beat on her like that. There's something internally in herself that made her stay. But that's a trauma response. And you got to go get all that shit cleared. I'm cursing, but you know, you got to get all this stuff cleared up so that you can be a better person, you can date better, and have friends, better friends, just a better life in general. But when you ain't got this stuff cleared up, you got all kinds of folks in your life and you wondering why you stressed. You stressed because you don't know who you are. You stressed because you need to purge your village and you ain't got a clue as to how to do it because you don't know who you are. At this point in my life, I'm actually in the process of purging right now, believe it or not. Unknowingly, you know, I've had some things happen recently where I've had to kind of purge people. You don't have to explain yourself because I feel like over time you give people a chance to show who they are. And that's a lover, that's family, that's friends. Give them enough time to authentically show who they are. And then once you realize where they belong in your life, put them there or put them out. You don't have to explain nothing. You don't have to rationalize nothing to nobody. Now, going back to the young lady, she's dead and gone now. They had a fight. Apparently he shot her, killed her. But now you go back and look at her lives and all that type of thing. It looks crazy. It looks like she was enjoying it and she didn't realize how much her life was going to be, how much her life was being threatened. Another one I watched on, I think it was TikTok Crimes or Crimes of Passion. This girl was in a relationship with the guy. I think he lived in Texas and he was involved with another lady. So somehow it turned into like a threesome type of thing where he was dating both of them, but everybody had consent. Well, that kind of went left. So one of the girls got on live, Facebook Live, and was putting all their business out in the streets, talking about all their business and stuff. And so the dude, trying to protect the other girl, drives, Lord have mercy, I think it was 8 hours to get to this girl's house to set her straight. His reasoning, when you listen to his confession, you know, I just didn't want nobody to be making fun of my girl. Mind you, he was in a relationship with 2 girls, but one of the other girls, he was protecting from the other. And so he drove 8 hours. I think the mother, the girl's mother and the girl's brother was in the house. He shot at them. They actually got out. Mother went like next door and called the police. The girl that he was there to chastise and kind of get her together, he pulled up with the gun, walking back and forth in the house with the gun. He made the girl get on live. Made the girl get on live to apologize for what she had said and all the business that she had put out about their relationship. So this dude walking back and forth with the gun, and he's like, you want to be famous? We're going to all be famous today. And I'm sitting here like, and the girl is like, she's talking, I'm sorry, y'all. She was saying she wanted to apologize. I apologize or something she said. She said it wrong, but you could tell she was nervous. She's standing there holding the phone, talking on live, and this nigga walking back and forth with a gun. And she's talking in the phone, and you can hear like in the background, like somebody, no, not in the background, in the phone, somebody is pleading and begging and pleading with her, you know, or whatever. And after a while, he kills the girl on live. But mind you, some months earlier, she was laying up with him, you know, talking about women and how men, they would, you know, going back and forth. And he was like, I don't like to lose. I never like to lose. And I'm sitting here like, God damn, that seemed, it's like sometimes you got to listen to what people say. They're not going to say it, but they saying it. And sometimes we think, oh, okay, you know, that nigga ain't gonna kill me. That nigga ain't gonna kill me. And all the videos that I've seen so many beautiful black women, a couple men too, but beautiful black women, trans women as well, that have been murdered. And I'm just like, it's sad to me. It's really, really sad. But I just wanted to get on here and kind of talk about this, man, because it makes me sick to my stomach that, you know, people feel that they got to stay in relationships just to be with somebody at the risk of their own lives. That's the part that makes me sad. I'm not perfect. I've had to deal with that type of stuff. I dealt with a guy in college some years ago. Oh my God, not some years ago. It's been ages ago. And I'm not sure how this guy, I think we had met in a club or something. And, you know, we got to know each other or whatever, started spending time together. And I remember I woke up the next morning, I was getting ready to go. And he was like, "Where you going?" And I was like, "You know, I got to get back to school. I got stuff I got to do." "You ain't going nowhere?" I was like, "Yeah, I need to go." And so he was like, "Well, you go ahead and get up and leave, but I got something that's going to make you stay." What? Like, that shit scared the fuck out of me. I knew what he was saying that he wasn't saying. He got up, and I'm thinking, this nigga finna go get a gun. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you kidding? Lord, is this finna be it? Like, I was, you know, and I laid there until we both went back to sleep, and then I woke up, and I ran outside, so made sure I got all my stuff, ran outside, got in my car, and I kept going. And I remember being on campus one summer, and I was dating somebody, you know, at the time, dating someone else at the time. And we were just outside, you know, I think we were playing tennis or something. And the guy was walking through. And when I tell you, I almost dropped the tennis racket that I had. The guy that I was dating, he's like, "Babe, you seem like you seen a ghost. What's going on with you?" I didn't tell him that the dude was walking through campus because I didn't want an altercation. I didn't say anything. But I tried to walk somewhere where that dude could not see me because he scared the hell out of me. And and some of you might know, when you're in a situation and you feel like your life might be threatened and you just don't know, or you don't feel safe, that feeling in your body where you just don't feel safe, that's the feeling I had. I don't think I've ever really told anybody that. But that scared the hell out of me. And, you know, I never wanted to, you know, be in a situation like that, but that scared the heck out of me. And immediately you go into survival mode. You know, even when I think of Cassie, like, it broke my heart seeing her laying down there and that man just kicking her like that. And then I think about, like, all the times, like all the stuff that she went through just to be with this man. The worst thing is falling in love with an abuser. Because when you fall in love with somebody, like, you justify why you do things. You justify why you're with them in your mind before you start telling people. People can start seeing you with black eyes and all this type of stuff. But if you don't tell them the truth, they don't know that they need to help you, you know? So there's many levels to being a victim. And there's many levels of being an abuser. Usually the abusers are cowards. They are cowards. And when they find someone that they can hold on to and mistreat, and that person is signing up for whatever it is, that's the sad part. That's the sad part for me. You know, a person falling in love with an abuser, knowing that they're being mistreated. And like I said, if they may not be putting hands on you, but they're not emotionally available. Let me say it again. You may be with someone who may not be putting hands on you, but if they talk to you some type of way, or it's always a struggle just to do simple things. I have one friend, you know, her dude has never taken her on a vacation. Never. Now he goes and does stuff, but he doesn't take her on vacation at all. At all. And to me, the fuck? Are we together and are you crazy? The fuck? But some people think that that's okay. It's like, no, if he can make time to go on a vacation and you can't make time to take me on one, oh, we done. Ain't nothing I need to see. Shut that mother down. I don't need to see anything else, you know. But that's the person I am now. Then I probably would have signed up for some shit like that. But now, with my eyes open, with somewhat healed eyes, and I understand what's going on in my life and who I am, no. I caused that shit out the first time. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I'm calling it out. And depend on our relationship, some instances, I may not even say nothing. I see you for who you are. You have shown me enough, and I don't need to see anything else. I'm good, pretty much. All right, y'all. So this is one of my first installments for my podcast for Painfully Honest, which is going to be coming soon. I think it's going to be on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. That's when I'll be posting on my YouTube channel. So if you want to follow these crazy rants that I have and get involved in some of the discussions that we'll be having, because I'm going to be having discussions. The first installment that we're going to be doing is fatherless fathers. So it's going to be talking about fathers who have become fathers, but they were not fathered. They didn't have a father presence in their life. So that's something that I've always wanted to tackle, because I didn't have a father in my life. My mother was the father and the mother in my life. So we're going to have a discussion about that. But as I said before, Painfully Honest podcast that'll be coming to you soon. And my social media on Instagram is Painfully Honest. So it's my last name, PAYNEFULLY Honest podcast. That's my IG. So if you want to follow that, go ahead on over to IG and follow that. We definitely want your support. And if there's topics that you think we should be covering, I'll be more than happy to cover those topics as well. And if you have comments about anything that I've said, whether it's negative or positive, we do ask that you kind of, give that feedback as well. I'm going to be coming to you more often with content because I got a lot of shit to talk about. But yeah, that's it. So just kind of mull over what I said. Put your comments down, below the post. And also my channel on YouTube is Painfully Honest Podcast. So you can go over there as well. I think I have one video that I posted, which was another rant. But yeah, we're going to be trying to bring in content and try to shed light on some topics that are very near and dear to my heart. And I hope that you enjoyed the conversation. If you want to be a guest on any of the panels that we're having, we definitely welcome those. So you can send me a DM either on YouTube, IG, or on my regular page, which is Unfiltered and Fearless. Unfiltered, the letter N, Fearless, which is my TikTok, which is my IG, my personal IG, and my Facebook page. Okay. Until then, I will speak with you soon. And this is Calvin signing off for Painfully Honest. Take it easy.